Welcome back to A Different Opinion. I hope you've been enjoying the videos. Today we have a pretty interesting one here. More threats from Russia. And obviously about the video I did before with Finland and Sweden potentially trying to join NATO. And it looks like it is going that way. And I think, in my opinion, that it is the right thing for them to do. With the uncertainty of what Russia is doing and openly threatening countries, including them. So if you have been enjoying it, please like the videos if you like the video. Please comment with your thoughts and also subscribe if you do want to see future videos as well. But today we got the one here from The Independent. It's Russia makes new threats over use of Satan II hypersonic nuclear missile on Britain. And I wouldn't say just Britain, but also, Finland as well. As you'll see, Russia has made new threats to use its RS-28 Sarmat hypersonic nuclear missile, known in the West as Satan II, to strike Britain in just 200 seconds. I mean, that's insane. Like, imagine just 3 minutes and 20 seconds. They could shoot a missile from there and hit Britain. And Britain's not very big, so they do a lot of damage, man. But obviously, we don't know how accurate these things are. They've only done a couple tests, I believe. The warning from Russia's Defense Committee Deputy Chairman, Aleksey Zhuravlyov, comes as Finland is poised to join NATO, and Sweden is set to follow suit. If Finland wants to join the bloc, then our goal is to absolutely legitimate. To question the existence of this state, this is logical, he said, claimed in an interview with State TV 1, Russia 1. If the United States threatens our state, it's good. Here is the Sarmat for you, and there will be nuclear ashes from you if you think that Russia should not exist. And Finland says that it is at one with the USA. Well, get in line. Shouldn't start the sentence there with and, first of all. But, look at this, will be nuclear ashes from you if you think that Russia should not exist. And Finland says that it is one with the USA. Well, get in line. So this is threats here. It's insane. Countries don't just make massive, threats like this to first world countries and with no repercussions. It just almost seems like a rabid dog backed into a corner at the moment, and they're just barking. Last month, Russia tested its new intercontinental missile, announcing that the warhead, which could target Europe and the US, would be deployed by the autumn. Obviously, they're probably going to say this too. It just depends how believable is it really. Do we believe the Russian propaganda? Can it actually reach that far? Would they openly say it? I don't know. The Sarmat is capable of carrying 10 or more nuclear warheads and decoys, and of striking target thousands of miles away. Asked if Russia should now rebase nuclear weapons onto its border with Finland, he said, "What for? We don't need to. We can hit with the Sarmat from Siberia and even reach the UK. And if we strike from Kaliningrad, the hypersonic reaching time is 200 seconds. So go ahead, guys." See what I mean? Just antagonizing, threatening. On the Finnish border, we will have not strategic weapons, but Kinzhal class, one that will reach Finland in 20 seconds or even 10 seconds. If you're Finland right now, why would you want to be in the good books of Russia when they're openly threatening you, saying we could bomb you in 20 to 10 seconds? You're pretty much forcing your neighbors away from you. This is probably why Ukraine wanted to leave. This is probably why a lot of places want to leave, is because you're freaking psychos, man. This is how it seems anyway, should I say. This is how the media and all the evidence I've seen portrays it. And he's openly saying these threats, which is quotation. So I'm sorry, you just shouldn't say that about another country, especially one that's your neighbor and that might be joining NATO. Russia has voiced discontent at Finland's intentions to join NATO and said it would take retaliatory steps, both of a military, technical, and other nature, in order to stop threats to its national security rising. Open threat again. Mr. Zhuravlyov claimed Finland is being provoked into joining NATO by the US and the UK. The Finns have nothing to share with us. They receive more than 90% gas, timber, and much more from us. Seems like you're losing this, man. Who needs fighting, first of all? The Finns? They're not afraid that Russia's attacking them, of course. Sooner or later, the Americans will force them to do so. You literally just said you can bomb them in 10 to 20 seconds. You literally just said that both, they are discontent with Finland's intention to join NATO. They would take retaliatory steps. These are threats, man. And now you're wondering, oh, they're not afraid of Russia attacking them. There's no stability. Countries need stability to be able to build so they can make, long-term plans. You can't do that with your crazy neighbor maybe just going to attack you overnight. You never know. Just as they forced Ukraine to do it, they are trying to force Poland and Romania, and as practice shows, they succeed. Yet again, they would not succeed if they didn't have the crazy neighbor there, the crazy big Russia doing their crazy stuff. Deputy Foreign Minister Grishko said Moscow will take adequate precautionary measures if NATO deploys nuclear forces and infrastructure closer to Russia's border, according to the RIA news agency. He added that Moscow has no hostile intentions towards Finland and Sweden. Like, I mean, what did you just say before, bro? Tell your dude to maybe, watch what he's saying. Mr. Zhuravlyov does not see real reasons for these two countries to be joining NATO alliance, maybe for a bit of security from this guy who's threatening them. In an interview with many colorful remarks, such as labeling Baltic nations, Lithuania and Estonia stinkbugs, Mr. Zhuravlyov also claimed that St. Petersburg, Putin's birthplace, could be NATO's first target in a war with Russia, adding that the US will do everything possible to make World War III happen. It just sounds like Russia really believes that they're going to get into a big war with the US. Like, I mean, it sounds like they're planning for it. Like, they believe it's going to happen. The US will be able to attribute all their problems to the war, as they already did in the First World War and Second World War. They got out of the first crisis thanks to the war in Europe, but there is a big danger. Who guarantees that nuclear missiles will not fly? I do not guarantee this. Makes you wonder, man, like, why are these people in power? Why are they in charge of millions and millions of lives? Why are they in charge of literally nuclear missiles? And they're not afraid to use it. They don't. It's insane. Russian energy supplier RAO Nordic says it will suspend deliveries of electricity to Finland from Saturday, citing problems with payments as tensions between the two nations rise. Finnish grid operator said Russia provided only a small percentage of the country's electricity and that it could be replaced from alternative sources. Good to hear. Fingrid said it did not expect electricity shortages as a result of the shutoff, as only about 10% of Finland's electricity is supplied from Russia. Good work. I hope Russia realizes now you are not the almighty. You can't just make all these calls in Finland and expect them to cower to your decisions. I hope they join NATO. I mean, I hope it doesn't get into a war or something like that. Like, I hope it never does. I hope it, started and ended with Ukraine, and I hope that's where it stops. Just to show you kind of a different article from news.com.au. In 10 seconds, Russia's chilling threat to drown Britain and turn it into a radioactive desert. So this is what I don't like. In 10 seconds. So you already think, okay, only 10 seconds. Russia's chilling threat to drown Britain. So it just makes you think, oh wow, they can hit Britain in 10 seconds. That's why that's what I always learn now, is always read the whole article, because you could literally believe anything. And most people, I believe, probably 60%, in my opinion, isn't my opinion, only read literally the header of the whole article, and they just make the whole story up from there. But obviously, you can see in here, 200 seconds, and obliterate Finland in just 10. Yet again, I don't think he said obliterate or anything like that. Yet again, they're just making it sound, they're just filling blanks in here and making it sound worse. But even though what he said is still pretty bad. And just a picture here of what the Satan II missile kind of looks like. It's insane. It's massive. Look at that thing. Ridiculous. Like, I hope it never gets to the point where they use it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments for sure if you agree, like, is it good that Finland and Sweden join in NATO? You think it's good for their security? Should Russia be able to threaten like places like this? Should they be able to say things like this about other countries without ramifications? Let me know what you think anyway. If you did like it, like I said, please give it a like so you can see future videos, and also subscribe if you do want to see my future videos as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.